Everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird.
Hi, my name is Ebony Adedayo. For those of you who may not know who I am a self-published author of 2 books. Embracing a Holistic Faith, Essays on Biblical Justice, which came out last year, and also Dancing on Hot Coals, which came out a couple of years ago. I started writing it in my early 20s, and I'm now in my early 30s. So the perspective in this book has changed quite a bit from where I stand right now. In addition, I am a blogger at ebonyadedayo.com. I am a wife, mother, daughter, work at a nonprofit by day, a lot of hats, but a lot of great and amazing opportunities as well. I am also new to the Men on Nerds community, yay! And I've been really enjoying this video vlog project over the last week or so. Last week, Deborah talked about never reading Judges to children before bed, which I think is pretty sound advice. I would also add not reading Revelation, parts of Ezekiel, parts of Daniel, and anything that talks about 4-headed beasts and blood and guts and, things that kids really don't sit well with before bedtime. So after Deborah came Paul, and Paul talked about reducing his library because he went overseas, which I think is pretty commendable, and you're going to have to tell me how you did that, because I really don't know where I would start if I had to do the same thing. After Paul, Joshua talked about the endless books that are in his library, things that he has started and stopped. And I'm right there with you, Paul. I usually start a book that looks interesting, and if it doesn't seem interesting anymore, I put it down. I think that maybe there are 6 or 7 books that I've started over the last couple of years that I have not finished. I will go back to them at some point. I always just read what striking and interesting to me at the moment. I am currently reading The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang. Really good, about the Chinese genocide back in World War II when they were invaded by Japan. I am also reading Too Heavy a Yoke by Dr. Shaniqua Walker-Barnes. Really, really good. In addition to these and the books that I have started and stopped, I have a lot in my library that I just need to get to eventually. I have an opportunity to keep acquiring more and more books that I have every intention of reading, I promise. A lot of it has to do with just how affordable books are these days. I buy a lot of my books from half-price books and Amazon and Barnes & Noble if they have a really good deal, Costco, few and far between. All this to say, I hardly ever pay full price for a book. I can't remember the last time I did, and I know that I'm not alone. We live in a society that really thrives on things being accessible, things being as cheap as possible, which I think in the short term really benefits us and helps our wallets, right? But I think about what are the long-term consequences for us having that type of pattern and that type of mindset where we have to get the best deal for the best dollar amount, what that does to our society overall. Yes, we've lost stores as a result of that. Borders closed years ago, remember that? They were owned by Walden Books, a bookstore that was around when I was a kid. No longer there. Memories lost, y'all. So we're thinking about some of the businesses that we've lost, but I also think about some of the moral implications as well, as we keep consuming more and more for less and less, and what that really just does to us in the end. What say ye?